Steve Fletcher has finally broken his silence on Jay Blades, and what he revealed confirms what fans of the repair shop have long suspected. Working with Jay, he said, is simply fantastic, praising his natural way with people and his ability to comfort others when they are nervous or upset. For years, their friendship has been a cornerstone of the beloved BBC series, but recent events left viewers questioning what was really going on. From heartfelt reunions to whispers of behind-the-scenes changes, the story of Steve and Jay offers a glimpse into the truth about their bond and the secrets that connect them to the repair shop's legacy. The unexpected meeting between the two caught everyone off guard. Steve Fletcher, the master clockmaker, posted a photo that sent shockwaves through the fan base. There he was, smiling alongside Jay Blades, looking relaxed and comfortable despite everything that had happened. The image, shared on Fletcher's Instagram stories, was accompanied by a caption that revealed more than most expected. He wrote about taking a break from his secrets from the Bond tour to visit Jay for tea and conversation. The casual tone struck fans immediately. Here was Fletcher openly meeting with someone the BBC had distanced itself from. His words painted a picture of normality that contrasted sharply with the surrounding controversy. Fletcher described popping in to see Jay for a cup of tea and a lovely chat, even adding a light-hearted note about how good the tea was. This small touch reflected a sense of ease between the two men. More importantly, Fletcher's choice to step away from his professional tour schedule to visit Jay showed where his priorities lay. The secrets from the Bond tour represented his career ventures beyond the repair shop, but his visit suggested loyalty and a bond that went deeper than professional commitments. Fletcher even mentioned hoping to see Jay again soon, hinting at an ongoing relationship that contradicted what many assumed about the team's stance toward their former colleague. The timing made this gesture all the more significant. Jay Blades was facing serious legal challenges, and the BBC had pulled episodes featuring him from their schedule. Most people in the public eye would have distanced themselves, but Fletcher did the opposite. His decision to share the moment publicly sent a clear message. He wasn't hiding his association with Jay, nor was he following the expected script of stepping away from a controversial figure. Instead, he confirmed what fans had suspected all along. Their friendship was genuine. The photo itself told a story beyond words. Both men looked genuinely happy to see each other. No awkwardness, no forced smiles, just two friends catching up regardless of external circumstances. Fletcher's body language suggested a comfort and familiarity that only comes from real connection. Behind the workshop doors, the repair shop had always been more than just a television show. For 7 years, Jay and Steve worked side by side at the Weald and Downland Living Museum in West Sussex, and their professional relationship grew into something deeper than cameras could capture or producers could script. Fans loved their easy chemistry, often commenting on how they seemed like best mates, which made Steve's recent words about Jay even more meaningful. Fletcher had watched Jay transform from a nervous newcomer into a confident host capable of handling any situation. When the repair shop began in 2017, Jay brought enthusiasm and empathy but lacked the technical expertise of his co-stars. Fletcher quietly mentored him, sharing knowledge about restoration techniques and the patience needed for intricate work. Early on, Jay would often hover near Steve's workbench, asking about the details of worn escapement wheels or misaligned chimes, and Steve would patiently explain each step. Fletcher recognized something special in Jay right from the beginning. While others saw a presenter, he saw genuine curiosity and respect for the artisans and their craft. This authenticity laid the foundation of their friendship. One moment in 2018 stood out. After watching Steve restore a Victorian clock, Jay told the crew, "Steve's hands are like a history lesson." That comment stayed with Steve, showing that Jay truly valued the craft. Their bond only deepened over countless conversations away from the cameras, during breaks, between takes, or after long days in the workshop. Steve would explain the intricacies of clockwork mechanisms, while Jay absorbed the details with the excitement of a true student. These moments built trust between Steve Fletcher and Jay Blades in ways cameras never captured, yet viewers somehow sensed. After filming a 2020 episode about a grandfather clock, the two stayed late, sipping tea and talking about why old clocks feel like family to their owners. Fans on X noticed their connection, posting comments like, "Steve and Jay are like brothers in the barn," which hinted at a friendship many had long suspected. Jay respected Fletcher's expertise, often deferring to his knowledge of timepieces and mechanical restoration. This deference not only flattered a veteran craftsman, but also created opportunities for Fletcher to shine. Their mutual respect became a cornerstone of their partnership, and in a 2021 Christmas special, Jay even stepped back to let Steve explain how to repair a music box, smiling proudly as Steve brought it back to life. That moment showcased their teamwork, with Jay's warmth amplifying Steve's skill for the audience. The workshop at the Living Museum fostered bonds among all the experts, each bringing unique skills but sharing values of preserving history and helping families reconnect with their treasures. Fletcher and Jay especially aligned on these deeper purposes that transcended entertainment. They often reflected on how restoring something like a locket in a 2022 episode could help heal grief, agreeing that the show's mission was to mend more than just objects. Fletcher admired how Jay connected with visitors on an emotional level, complimenting the artisan's technical expertise. Jay understood that broken items often carried broken hearts or painful memories, and his emotional intelligence impressed Fletcher. In 2019, when a guest brought in a cracked violin, Jay's gentle questions about their late father's music moved the owner to tears. Steve later admitted he learned from Jay's way of listening. Their friendship grew through shared challenges at television production brought, long schedules, endless retakes, and technical difficulties. Steve's calm patience steadied Jay, while Jay's energy and humor kept Steve engaged with a bigger picture of healing and education. During a difficult 2023 shoot with complex camera setups, Fletcher's patience helped Jay through the pressure, while Jay later cracked jokes to lift the team's spirits. Even when Jay's personal struggles occasionally surfaced, Steve kept perspective, seeing beyond headlines and gossip to the friend he knew daily in the workshop. But in September 2024, controversy shook the repair shop and everyone connected to it. Jay Blades faced charges of controlling and coercive behavior toward his estranged wife, fitness instructor Lisa Boson. The allegations painted a disturbing picture, clashing with Jay's public persona as a gentle, caring figure who mended broken treasures and comforted people on screen. Court documents allege that between January 2023 and September 2024, his behavior caused Lisa to fear violence on at least 2 occasions, describing a pattern of conduct with serious psychological impact. Fans struggled to reconcile the accusations with a man they had come to admire. The BBC responded swiftly, pulling episodes featuring Jay from the schedule. Even repeats of Jay and Dave's touring tool shed were replaced with Garden Rescue, underscoring the seriousness of the situation. Other broadcasters followed suit. Channel 4's show planned for a second season of The Odd Couple with Judi Dench, while Channel 5 pours A Country House through time. Jay's once thriving career crumbled under the weight of scandal. The downfall contrasted sharply with the fairy-tale start of his marriage. Jay and Lisa wed in November 2022 at a beachfront villa in Barbados, celebrating with just 15 guests. But by May 2024, Lisa announced their separation on Instagram, writing, "I'm very broken," and revealing she had left with only a bag of belongings. The next day, police launched an investigation into domestic violence, beginning a chain of events that shocked fans. Court documents allege that Jay's behavior began just 40 days after the wedding, suggesting a rapid collapse of their relationship. By October 11, 2024, Jay stood in Worcester Crown Court, dressed in a dark suit, speaking only to confirm his identity and plead not guilty. Judge James Burbridge KC rejected a request to hold parts of the hearing in private and removed a bail condition for an electronic tag due to issues with the fitting company. The trial was originally set for May 6, 2025, but it was delayed with a pre-trial review scheduled for August 1, 2025, leaving months of uncertainty ahead. Around the same time, Jay also faced a separate charge for using his phone while driving, but that case was dismissed at Walsall Magistrates Court on September 17, 2024, when the prosecution offered no evidence. The allegations nonetheless carried heavy consequences. Jay resigned from his roles as an ambassador for the King's Foundation and as Chancellor of Buckinghamshire New University, where he had studied criminology and philosophy. Even the repair shop's live tour, Secrets from a Barn, underwent changes, with several dates in Glasgow, Edinburgh, and Newcastle postponed. Though officially described as scheduling conflicts rather than cancellations, Jay was quietly dropped from the tour's lineup, absent from promotional materials, a move that disappointed fans who had hoped to see him alongside Steve Fletcher and the other experts. Jay's social media presence during this turbulent period told a very different story. In September 2024, he posted about wrapping up filming, calling it the closing of a well-loved book and hinting at a return in 2025. He shared nostalgic repair shop clips and even hosted late-night Mixcloud live streams, chatting casually with a small audience under the name J-Blades MBE. This upbeat tone confused many fans, who struggled to reconcile his cheerful posts with the seriousness of the charges. Reactions on X were divided. Some voiced unwavering support, convinced Jay would clear his name, while others felt betrayed, unable to reconcile the allegations with the TV persona they had trusted. Amid this storm, Steve Fletcher faced a test of loyalty unlike any other. His friend and longtime colleague was accused of crimes that could destroy not only Jay's reputation, but his freedom. The safe path for Fletcher would have been silence or distance. Yet he chose neither. While other cast members remained quiet, likely out of caution, legal advice, or uncertainty, Fletcher broke that silence, taking a risk that could have serious repercussions for his own career. Supporting a figure facing allegations of domestic abuse could easily tarnish his reputation, cost him sponsorships, or even lead broadcasters to question his judgment. But Fletcher's life's work had been built on principles of precision, trust, and restoration. As a master horologist, he had earned a reputation for patience, loyalty, and a commitment to preserving rather than discarding. Those same values guided his response to the crisis. His Instagram message about visiting Jay was carefully worded, focusing on their friendship and shared history without mentioning the allegations or legal proceedings. The nuance revealed Fletcher's awareness of the complexities and his determination to show personal loyalty without appearing to dismiss the seriousness of the charges. Public response was predictably mixed. Some praised his courage and steadfast loyalty, admiring him for standing by a friend when it mattered most. Others criticized the decision, suggesting that his visible support risked sending the wrong message about domestic abuse allegations. Fletcher's choice to share their photo publicly, rather than keeping the meeting private, sent a deliberate signal. He wasn't ashamed of their friendship, nor was he willing to hide it. He trusted his own judgment of Jay's character while respecting the legal process and the rights of those involved. By expressing hope to see Jay again soon, Fletcher made clear this was no farewell. It was a declaration that their relationship would endure, regardless of public opinion, professional consequences, or even potential legal outcomes. To many fans, it confirmed what they had always suspected. The bond between Steve Fletcher and Jay Blades ran deeper than television, grounded in trust, loyalty, and genuine friendship. Steve Fletcher's public support for Jay Blades confirmed what many longtime fans had suspected all along about the true nature of their relationship. Their friendship went far beyond television cameras and a workshop setting, rooted in mutual respect and personal affection that transcended professional obligations. Across 7 seasons of The Repair Shop, careful viewers noticed subtle signs of their easy rapport, interactions that felt natural and unforced, unlike the slightly formal politeness that often marked exchanges between colleagues who didn't socialize outside of filming. Fletcher often deferred to Jay's leadership as host, while offering quiet guidance when needed, a dynamic that spoke to a deeper trust. Jay wasn't just a face of the show to Fletcher. He was a friend worth protecting, especially during his darkest hours. Fletcher's protective instincts often showed in subtle ways that eagle-eyed fans picked up on. When visitors' stories grew emotional, Fletcher would glance at Jay with a look of shared empathy. When technical explanations grew complex, Jay would instinctively turn to Fletcher for support or clarification. Outside of the show, their occasional social media interactions, shared posts, light-hearted comments, and references to private conversations hinted at a friendship that extended well beyond their professional roles. The timing of Fletcher's recent visit to Jay during one of the most isolating periods of his life proved the authenticity of their bond. When others might have chosen distance, Fletcher showed up. His willingness to risk criticism and professional fallout in order to stand by Jay underscored not only loyalty but also his belief in his friend's true character. For Fletcher, their history and bond outweighed any potential consequences. The professional stakes made this loyalty all the more remarkable. In today's television industry, where reputations are fragile and public conduct is scrutinized, any association with controversy can carry devastating consequences, regardless of whether charges are proven. The Repair Shop continued its success without Jay, with other presenters stepping in the format remaining popular. Fletcher could have easily stayed silent, continuing his own career and sidestepping any difficult questions. His secrets from the Bond tour, actively running at the time, risked backlash from venues, sponsors, and audiences for his open support of someone under such serious scrutiny. Yet Fletcher chose principle over pragmatism. The BBC's swift removal of Jay from broadcast had sent a clear message about how the corporation wanted those connected with the show to respond. Other cast members kept their silence, a choice that was safer and more professionally advised. Fletcher, however, ignored those unspoken expectations. By breaking the silence, he demonstrated independence of thought and action, showing that personal integrity mattered more than peer pressure or career security. Fletcher's standing as a respected craftsman and horologist may have afforded him some protection. His skill, experience, and reputation made him valuable to producers and audiences alike, even if his support for Jay was unpopular in certain circles. But by choosing to stand publicly by his friend, Fletcher proved that loyalty, trust, and conviction guided him more than the pursuit of professional safety. To many fans, this simply confirmed what they had always believed. Steve Fletcher and Jay Blade shared a friendship built on real respect, one strong enough to weather even the harshest storm. The horologist's professional security may have given him the confidence to act on his convictions, knowing that his technical mastery and established reputation offered some protection from complete career ruin. With that privilege came a responsibility to use his position wisely, and for Fletcher, that meant standing by a friend in crisis. His professional stature also gave credibility to his support, potentially influencing public opinion, while providing Jay with valuable emotional reassurance during the legal proceedings. When someone of Fletcher's reputation and experience chooses to maintain a friendship with an accused person, it signals complexity and nuance that go beyond surface-level allegations and media narratives. The impact of this decision stretches further than their personal bond, shaping how fans interpret loyalty, judgment, and the intricacies of human connection. Fletcher's actions highlight the gap between public perception and private reality, sending ripples through the entertainment industry and beyond. His reunion with Jay Blades illustrates the colleagues and friends facing similar dilemmas that supporting someone through difficult times doesn't mean condoning all their actions. It means recognizing their humanity and choosing connection based on first-hand knowledge rather than public opinion. Fletcher's approach shows that genuine friendship can exist alongside disapproval of certain behaviors, creating space for both accountability and compassion. More broadly, his stance reshapes the way audiences view celebrity relationships, proving that authentic bond can form in artificial environments and survive intense public scrutiny. For Jay personally, Fletcher's support provides crucial validation that those who know him best still value his character and their shared history. Such an endorsement from a respected colleague carries far more weight than anonymous voices, and it may influence how others perceive Jay's potential future opportunities. Yet Fletcher's loyalty is not dependent on outcomes. It is rooted in authentic care, offering Jay proof during his darkest period that he remains worthy of friendship and respect. Most importantly, Fletcher chose to express this loyalty not with grand speeches or public theatrics, but through quiet, consistent action, letting his decisions speak for themselves. In doing so, he reaffirmed his reputation for substance over spectacle, authenticity over posturing, and reminded everyone that sometimes the most powerful message comes not through words but through steadfast presence.